Good morning, class. I hope you all are doing well and enjoyed your Rakhi. Right, so this is the festival time also, and you're taking care of yourself also. Please enjoy festivals with taking care of yourself and your family member. Is it clear? So we had started with our next chapter, that is fifth chapter, that is staffing. In that we had seen what is staffing, right? In short, human resource management is the staffing, and in characteristics of staffing, that is total 7 characteristics. Now we are starting with importance. Staffing occupies an important place in the process of management. Does it occupy an important place in the process of management? Yes, it occupies a very well designed place in the management, because here the person who are working for the organization are also human beings, that is staffing, right? And managing them, that are also human beings, and that work is included in staffing. As more industries have been developed, importance of staffing has also increased. The importance of staffing has also increased. Any organization without staff is any organization without staff is mere a skeleton. Remember, we had seen organization is a body structure. So that body structure is completed by staffing. That's why it is said that staffing is limbs and hands and limbs of the organization. So any organization without staff is like mere a skeleton. You are just seeing a skeleton. Nothing is seen in it. Is it clear? The inanimate machines can increase production, but employees can give even better result. Inanimate machines can increase the production. Yes or no? Your machines can increase the production, but ultimately these machines are made by whom? Human beings. But employees can give you better result. In comparison to other factors of production, the future of business enterprise depends much on its staff. Yes or no? In comparison of what we say, machines and land building, etc. The future of the business totally depends on staff, right? Staffing is the only living factor of production, IMP. Which is the only living factor of production? Staffing. I had made you earlier also underline. Personnel. It's not personal. Personnel. That is your employees. Cannot be considered as physical resources. IMP question. Personnel cannot be considered physical resources because they have feelings, self-respect, intelligence, understanding, and different skills. So, personnel cannot be considered as physical resources. You cannot consider as physical resources like land and building, machinery, then furniture, then your shops and all that, because they have feelings. Suppose your behavior hurts them, it hurts. So, feeling, self-respect. If their self-respects are ruined by an employer, so that is self-respect. Intelligence, they can see what is going on. So, intelligence, understanding. Understanding is that if my employer is in problem, I should manage it. And different skill. Every employee has their own skill. As I say, every student has their own skill. In the same way, every employee has a different skill. So the answer for the question, and or what is the question? Staffing is the only living factor of production. Explain. So here it's a 1 mark question or 2 mark question. Answer will go like, staffing is the only living factor of production because personnel cannot be considered as physical resources because they have feelings, self-respect, intelligence, understanding, and different skills. That's why they cannot be considered as a, what we say, like physical resources, and the staffing is the only living factor of production. An expert has rightly said. See, this is the statement I always say that is very true for in our daily routine also. Mind your man. Man will mind everything for you. Mind your man means Just take care of your employees, and your employees will take care of everything of you. It is true, students. See, take example. Recently, I had read about two things about Mr. Ratan Tata. He has given statement. We had also seen losses, but we had not removed any of the employees. We had not cut the salary of them, and it is true. You can check it on net. You can check it anyway, because they value their employees. When you will take to check out the history of Tata Industries, they you will find out that when Jamshedji Tata started this business, at that time also he was carrying his employee as his family member, and he has provided houses and schooling facilities, everything to the employees' children, right? So what was that what was the reason that Tata Industry is growing and growing, right? See, there is a saying, work for Tata, invest in Reliance, right? Tata Industry is working for development of the society. What they are doing, they are earning also, and they are spending on the society also. Startups, maximum startups are invested by Tata Industries, right? So they are generating more and more entrepreneurs in the society, right? And if you are employed, so your as an employee also, they take so much of care. I always say to students, if you are an employee, you are buying any of the Tata product, you are getting 30 to 40% of off in that product. Suppose you're buying Tata Voltas AC, so whatever the market price is, suppose the market price is 40,000, you're directly getting 40% off. Isn't it a good deal? Why? Because you are an employee. That is only the beneficial to you, na? Is it clear? So why people, is the statement is circulating in the society, work for Tata and invest in Reliance, because as an employee I want my security, not only money wise but physical also, and my family also, and they take due care. So this was the statement. We also faced loss in this lockdown, but we had not removed any single employee or cut any salary. This is one statement. Recently I had read one article about Tata Industries, that is, it is in UK the only big industry with what we say, giving private sector, private company generating highest amount of jobs in which country? UK, not in India. Means in UK, Tata Motors is the company that is providing highest number of jobs, and it's not a United Kingdom's company, and it's an Indian company. We should be proud of it. You can search on net, the whole article is given, right? So mind your man. This is the reason, when an employer take care of his employee, so they will also take care of his work. Mind your man, man will mind everything for you. Following points will clarify the importance of staffing. Now, following points can be clarified by the importance of staffing. Driving force, contented, underline, contented and efficient staff is the driving force of an organization. Only an efficient staff can accomplish the objective of business along with the factors of production. Right, contented and efficient staff is driving force of an organization. Only an efficient staff can accomplish the objective of business along with the other factor of production. What is contented and efficient staff? Dedicated and efficient staff. Is it clear? So that is driving force. And top level management, that is board of directors and employee, CEO. A CEO is also an employee, but suppose he is the owner. So they are framing the policy, but who is driving it? Driving means the organization is pulled by whom? The staff only, if they stop working or they are not dedicated to their work and they don't work efficiently, what is the result? You cannot grow. That's why it's a driving force. Dynamic activities. Staffing infuses dynamism into business and perform all the activities of business. Staffing infuses dynamism into business and perform all the activities of business. Important for Important for other functions of management. Yes, it is important for other functions of management. Other managerial functions like coordinating, directing, controlling, planning, etc. cannot succeed without proper staffing. I am repeating. Right. So important for other managerial function, coordinating, directing, coordinating, directing, controlling, planning, etc. cannot succeed. Coordination is required between whom? Obviously the staff, right? Then directing, who gives directions? Employees only. Machines will not give you any direction. Then planning, controlling, whom you are going to control. Obviously you are going to control your staff. Machines need not to be controlled. Once you had feeded any information, they will do that only. And controlling and planning, etc. cannot succeed without proper staffing. So driving force, dynamic activity, important for other managerial functions. Now limbs of the business enterprises. Planning occupies the place of the brain in the human body, while staffing is like limbs of an enterprise. I said in the beginning, without the activities cannot be done in an organization, right? So planning occupies the brain of the business, while staffing is the limb of the body in human being, like in human beings. Without them, activities cannot be done in organization. Can any activity be done in any organization? No, as I said, you had thought. Your brain is giving you message. Okay, just pull the door, pull the door, but your hand is not working. Ultimately, your planning fails. Is it clear? So that is why it is the limbs of the business. Your planning will fail if your staffs are not working properly. Is it clear? Job satisfaction and among the staff. So first one was driving force. Second one was dynamic activity. Third is important for other functions of management. Fourth is your limbs of the enterprise. Right. So limbs of the business is clear. Job satisfaction among staff. Due to staffing, the complaints and the problem of employees can be understood and speedy solution is possible. Right. Because of what happens, we had created a different department that looks for the problems related, solution related, or work related to staff only. Right. So because of that, what happens? Their problems are understood and speedy solution is possible. Proper planning and distribution of work creates feeling of job satisfaction among employees. So proper planning and distribution of work, what does it create? Feeling of job satisfaction among the employees. Whatever you had planned, that planning has given distribution of work to right person, right job at right time. So that creates job satisfaction among the employees. So job satisfaction among staff is clear. right? So now harmony in relations. What is harmony in relations? Because of staffing, the problem is resolved separately only, and everyone is given their work individually assigned. Is there they whom they are answerable? Everything is clear. So there is harmony. See, staffing creates an environment of satisfaction among employees. It helps to establish cordial relationship between employers and employees, right? Because everything is clear now. The employers and employees relationship is also developed, right? So there is harmony in relation. Next is increase in the prestige of organization. What does it increase in the prestige of a contented and efficient staff is an invaluable asset. It increases the prestige of the organization. Yes, if you have an employee that is so contented and efficient, everyone wants that kind of employee. I know personally one of the person that he is very good in his work. So if he try to join any other firm in the business, any other firm as an employee, they will not allow him to go because he is a contented and efficient staff. Take example, I had read an example of Sundar Pichai. He is a CEO of Google. He was about to leave his job and was going to another firm. See, everyone wants growth financially also, and what we say in their personal development also, and no one can avoid for financial also, right? What Google had done, Google had stopped him by raising his pay. What does it mean? Because what, he was the CEO of that Google, that's why he was stopped? No, because he has brought Google to a certain form. Yes, every CEO has worked for at their level, but he has worked more efficiently or taking more good in what we say steps for the development of Google. So technically he has more knowledge of whatever he is able to satisfy the requirement of his employer. So they had holded him by paying more. So that is why that increased. Yes, Sundar Pichai is in Google, and suppose Sundar Pichai has left Google and has shifted to any other company. Suppose Microsoft nahi hota, then also I'm just giving. So the image of the company's prestige also is matter. So he is there. Is it clear? Take example of Indra Nui. She was the CEO of PepsiCo, and if you will find out video on her, so she has taken PepsiCo to a highest level by her innovations, right? So when she has left PepsiCo, so that has created a wrong image in PepsiCo also. What is the matter that I don't know? So a content and efficient staff is an invaluable asset. You should value your staff. It increases the prestige of the organization. No, that particular employee is in that and he is very good. We say na, that is only true. The first one is driving force. Second one is your dynamic activity. Third one is important for other functions of management. Fourth is limbs of business. Fifth is job satisfaction of among staff. Sixth is harmony in relation. Seventh is increase the prestige of organization. Continuous process. Yes, staffing is a continuous process. How? The very existence of business is not possible without the staff. The very existence of business is not possible without the staff. The very existence of business is not possible without the staff. As long as business activity continues, staff and staffing process will also continue. So business is running, so business activities are continuing, so staff and staffing process will also continue. Remember, I had said you example. This is the efforts of our management and school authorities. That is teachers and principal. They had brought a very small school to a big school, right? So what was the reason? Staffing, and why I had given you example. When the school was started, at that time different management was there, different principal were there, right? Different students were there. So students are not part of staffing. Administrative staff was different, teaching staff was different, principals were different, management was different. So that when they leave the organization, so your work of staffing has not been stopped. Take example, those who are Samiti, and they would have seen last year Mr. Morkar sir has been retired, right? Last year. So many of you would have studied maybe 1 year with from him or 2 year from him. I don't know. So right. So take example when he joined the organization. It was 30 years back, and before him there was another teacher. Every record is maintained, and one is going, another is coming. Your new teacher of Gujarati or Sanskrit or whatever the subject he was teaching, that has been appointed. You can see the teacher, right? So what is that? As long as organization school will be there, staff will come and go, and the moral of the story is that staffing is in existence. If the school shuts down, then only all the staffing and all the things will shut down. It is same with the business. As you can see, when it is working in an organization, so every person has joining date and retiring date. Every record is maintained by the firms. Why it is maintained by the firms? We'll see in the next video. Right, so these were your, what we say, importance of staffing. An environment of satisfaction among employees, a contented and efficient staff is an invaluable asset that cannot be measured, increases the prestige of the organization. Can anyone give me the example of a contented and efficient staff that is with the organization and that firm is having its, what we say, image? Right, then job satisfaction. Due to staffing complaints and problems of employees are resolved, so the speedy solution is possible. Proper planning and distribution of work, this is IMP. Why I am underlining? Because your answer should have these points in your answers when you are writing. Don't use your words. You use your words. I'm not stopping you to do, but content should be similar. I'm not saying to just mug up it, but content should be similar. What the word harmony relation want to say is and everything. So again, let us repeat. First is driving force. If it is a driving force, so obviously staffing is a dynamic activity. It's a dynamic activity because it is having important for other functions of management. You can see I'm just correlating it. Staffing is a driving force. Driving force, because it is a driving force, it is a dynamic activity. And because of dynamism, it is important for other functions of management. As it is important for other functions of management, it is the limbs of the business enterprises. As all the employees are considered as the limbs of the enterprises, their job satisfaction among staff. Employees are satisfied, so there is harmony in relation. Harmony in relation is there, so because of that, what happens? The contented and efficient staff is there, right? So it increases the prestige of the organization. And finally, as it is giving all the things, so it is a continuous process. So 8 again, it is a driving force. ड्राइविंग फोर्स है तो डायनेमिक एक्टिविटी है. डायनेमिक एक्टिविटी है इसीलिए अदर फंक्शंस के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट है. अदर फंक्शंस के लिए इम्पोर्टेंट हो गया तो इट इज लिम्स ऑफ द business enterprise. Functions will not work without limbs, right? And if they are considered as the important, so they are satisfied with the job, just job satisfaction among them. As they are satisfied with their job, there is harmony in relation. Harmony in relation is there. Because of that, it increases the prestige of the organization. Prestige of the organization, everything is satisfied, so hence it is a continuous process. 8-1 hua? Am I right? See, this time I had not seen and I had said it without force. Is it clear? Sorry, without seeing, without force. Nahin? Okay, this is IMP. Staffing as a part of What we say? Staffing is a part of human resource management. Human resource management is the process of planning for recruiting necessary staff and developing it for the achievement of enterprise's objective. Right. So human resource management is a process of planning for recruiting necessary staff and developing it for achievement of enterprise objective. Developing it for achievement of enterprise objective. Most of the business enterprises nowadays consider the staffing in department as human resource department. I had said you earlier, it is human resource department. HRD. What is the full form of HRD? Human resource department. Generally, staffing includes, what does staffing includes? Recruitment, selection, and training. It also includes materialistic facilities. This is to be returned by you. That's why I'm underlining, because it's a 3-mark question. Materialistic facilities, progressive wage system, employees welfare, and while human resource management includes growth and development of personnel. What does staffing includes? Recruitment, selection, and training. It also includes materialistic facilities given to the employee, progressive wage system, employee welfare, while human resource management includes growth and development of personnel also. Right? What does staffing includes? 1-mark question. Formerly, the meaning of staffing was confined to filling up vacancies only. But today it has become a part of human resource management. In these days of global competition, the importance of human resource management has increased. Considering other factors of production to be noteworthy, good results can be achieved by recognition of, how can you achieve? Recognition of staff, its loyalty, efficiency, satisfaction, and care. Good results can be achieved if you recognize the staff. Recognize means मेरा स्टाफ है, इसे पहचानना नहीं है, उसको बताना है कि नहीं हम तुम्हारे काम को वैल्यू करते हैं. It's loyalty. If he is loyal, you have to believe that. Efficiency. How efficient is your staff? Satisfaction and care. Is it clear? The process of human management can be divided in 2 parts. See students, this is an IMP question and many of the students do mistake in this answer. So it is divided in 2 parts, first 4 and second 4. We'll see it in next period. So the process of human resource management is divided in 2 parts. Can you see? Concern with manpower planning and concern with compensation and development of staff. Right? I'm going to explain you in next video. But mark it as IMP question, and it is coming in exam also. What is the question related to human resource management? Right? So it is divided into parts. We'll see in another period. Till then, see you. Bye bye and take care of yourself.